So today I'm going to be doing 10-minute drawings. It's something new that I've started and it's really quite fun. It's just 10-minute little sketches here using just a plain Bic round stick and a Buutiiger White Gel Pen, or any white gel pen, or you can use a Posca, paint marker, whatever you want, but I'm just using a basic pen. I have my timer here set for 10 minutes, and each square I'm only doing maximum 10 minutes. And I got my book here. I'm going to randomly flip to a page, draw either the full earring or a part of the earring, whatever sparks interest that I want to practice drawing. So that's what I'm going to do. And if you're new here, I'm Jen, and this is Jyndrawz. And if you're a returning visitor, you know I've been unboxing a lot of boxes from subscription boxes from years past. And we are finally to the end of that. That was a video posted on Tuesday. If you want to see the final unboxing of those boxes, that video is up. I will link it in a playlist up here and down in the description. But it has been a week and I just wasn't mentally ready to start sorting and categorizing everything. So I'm going to show you what I've been doing to maintain a little bit of sanity this week. It's been quite busy. I don't know about you, but it's been a week. So I'm going to sit here. I'm going to fill in these last 3 boxes, and then I'm going to maybe start on this other page here. I'm not sure if I'm going to do these same 3 colors of post-it notes. I've got another pack of post-it notes. Maybe I'll do that. Or maybe I'll use some washi tape and draw out some boxes to fill in. I just want to keep it small and something I can do within 10 minutes. And this was the previous page that I did. These were smaller post-it notes, but they were actually a little too small. I thought it'd be really cute, but right now I need a little bit more space so that I can work on all the geometrics and do better. And with these ones, I also use some basic Copic markers I have here, which is the C2, the C4, and the C6. Again, also with the Bic pen and the white gel pen. And you can see you can get some quite nice things. I did not time these ones. I should have, because then that would have, I could have progressed a little faster, because now that I'm doing 10 minutes only, I really have to, just go and do and not diddle-daddle, which is what I like. So let's get started on these last 3 boxes, and we'll pick a random page in this book. I will try to link it down below. I don't know if it's still for sale or not, but this is the ISBN number. Let's let the camera focus. I will also note it down below in the comment section, in the description. And it's just, they have several versions of this. They have the 500 bracelets, 500 necklace, and 1000 rings version of this book. And I think there are other versions, but these ones were the ones that really spoke to me. So let's go random page. No, that's a little too complicated. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Nice, simple designs. We're going to pick the ones on the right here. I like those. I'm going to fill them in this box. I have my little timer here, which I will also link down below. It's got 5, 10, 30, 60 minutes on it. You basically select the time, then you turn it, well, for me, you turn it down, so then it starts counting down. And if you want to pause it, you tip it this way, and then it pauses. No, that's reset, and tipping up pauses it. Okay. Anyways, I'll link it down below. I find it really handy to use, because then I can't, timer's off, timer's done, I gotta move on to the next one. I kind of like this whole idea, so I'm going to try and sketch that here, and using just this Bic pen with this white gel pen to get the idea and the shape and everything. And while this is professionally lit in the box, I'm just going to do like the basic lighting where you have the sun coming in from the top left, so all the shadows on the right. So let's get going. I will try to center it as best I can, just eyeballing it. Again, it's just a quick little warm-up sketch. I'm not actually counting the pearls. I'm just going to sketch some in, and it's not to be an exact one-on-one copy. It is just to get an idea over how to sketch something like this in general. A little too far down, but that's okay. It's just a 10-minute sketch. And we're just, can you see that? Let me zoom in a little further. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you can see that a little better. I know it's fluorescent post-its. probably can't see much, but hopefully once the shading comes in, you'll be able to see better. Let's try to do symmetrical as best we can without using a ruler and just kind of freehanding it. And if we take less than 10 minutes, that's even better, because that means I'm improving and I'm getting faster. And that's what I want. I want to be able to sketch a little faster so that I can actually, you know, do these in a sketchbook and then actually use like colors and marker to fill them in. But first we got to get better and faster at sketching and getting the idea down. So then we can do the fun part of coloring and all that good stuff. Okay, get those pearls in there, and then we have, oh, I see it now. This is not another line of pearls, it's the reflection. That's how high polished it is. Oh, okay. Oh, if I just read the little quote here, I would have known that. Okay, that's going to be fun to try and imitate. Let's see. So we will just do something like this. I'll lightly sketch that in. Okay, and on this side as well. Again, not focusing on being exact, but just getting the idea down. And then if I want to do like a final sketch, then I can like take more notice over the exact number and make sure that we got exactly the reflection in. Okay, there we go. Let's see, how am I gonna do this? I will, because technically these are darker than the metal, so I will just lightly shade them all in. I've also been trying to do this every morning, just take 10 minutes, draw something. It doesn't work every single morning, but I'm trying to make it into a habit, because I think that's a good way to start the day. Just relaxed, got some drawing done. You know how it goes. If you save it to the end of the day, it's never going to happen. So you got to make it important. You got to start the day with it. At least that's how it is for me. How is it for you? Can you like say, okay, at the end of the day, this is my reward, my treat. I make sure that I get that, or do you got to do it first thing? Otherwise, it's never going to happen. For me, it's got to be first thing. Otherwise, it's never going to happen. I get too busy with work and everything else, and by the end of the day, I am just beat. Okay, now let's get to shading in our pearls. It really doesn't take too much. Basically, you just make kind of like a sideways hourglass, or you just draw 2 circles on the pearl, and then you fill everything in between that. At least that's how I was taught to render pearls with gouache, and I'm kind of simulating that here with the pen. And you see, as you can see, it doesn't take much, and you already get that 3D effect, that look, because you see they kind of have a double reflection on them. So that's what I'm kind of creating here. It's not perfect. Again, it's just to try and get something done and down. Got just over 3 minutes left on this one, so I better hurry, or I'm not going to get any rendering on the metal done. And I really want to make sure to get something of that done. Let's fill these in a little more. Make them a little more round. All right, okay. Now I'm going to go around the outside of the earring to really make that kind of crisp line. Okay, and then we have a bit of a shadow here. I really want to make sure to get that in. Just to give it already some 3D-ness in case I don't get to the rest. Okay, let's create a little bit of a shadow here around the pearls that are above the earring. And a little bit onto the metal, just really lightly going over it. Okay, there we go. We got that part done. Now, how are we going to simulate shiny metal? I'm just going to kind of do like vertical lines really lightly just to show that this is something and not air. Just really lightly going up and down. Across the whole thing, except for the pearls in the middle. Since it's a really high polished metal. And again, if you hear that snoring, that is a little Tracy. I'll put a little video of her in there sleeping in the sun. Today's not sunny, but it's a video I have of her so you guys can see her. Since some people have been asking to get a peek of her. She is going to be 12 this September. I can't believe it. 12. She's my oldest dog I've ever had. I had 2 previous Chihuahuas. One was almost 10 and one was just turned 9. So I feel really lucky and blessed to have her still. And she is in really great health, really doing great, awesome. I mean, I can see it in her age. She is slowing down a little, but hey, when you're her age, that's all okay. Now, I'm gonna darken up these pearls, give them a bit more of a clear outline. All right, and now let's see, in the last 10 seconds, I'm gonna add some white highlight. Okay, and that is time, but hey, I'm right on the last bit here. Gonna give myself a little bit of grace to do a couple little highlights here. And as we get further down, they're gonna be becoming smaller. And we'll do a little bit of highlight on the metal here. Just to give it a bit of shine. All right, pretty happy with that. And there we go. So, that's what we got for this one. Let me get it up to the camera so you guys can see, because I know probably that fluorescent neon pink is probably hard to see. I think that turned out really well. And look, we did that in just 10 minutes. So if I advise you to, for this next one, if you want to grab a white gel pen and a big pencil, you can join along, or you can rewind and do this one with me. As you now see that it was very simple, very easy, very straightforward. Okay, let me see if I can find another not super complicated one that I know I can draw. Let's find something. This one has good potential, and again, we shouldn't take too long to pick something because it's not about finding the perfect picture. Maybe that one we just did. This is also a really good one. Oh, I like this. Okay, we're gonna do this one here on page 39. You can do one of those, surely. And if your Post-its don't stick well, I just been using some Prit or just a glue stick. Any glue stick will do. I just glue them down, and then that's it. Sometimes the sticky stuff doesn't stick so well. All right, let's see if I can't get a bit of both in camera so you can see that. Okay, now we got to reset the timer for 10 minutes, and away we go. I think I'm going to try and get this whole earring in here because I think that would be really fun. So we got the top bits here. Yes, we got the 3 stones on the top, and then we have like a circle like this. Come on, pen. Uh-oh. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Kind of about this size. And then we have this bit going down. I'm going to have to make this a lot shorter because I don't have the exact length here to do something this long. Otherwise I have to make it really tiny, and I don't want to go for really tiny. I want to keep things fairly large because it's a little easier to start with when you're doing rendering. Okay, and then we have a circle, and then we have a triangle. All right. Now, let's try to round out this circle a little more. We got these 3 at the top here. Yeah, I'm just going to leave those basic renderings. And we'll add some of the white gel pen to make them sparkle. And we got kind of a bit of an edge here that's holding that stone in. So we're drawing another circle within the circle. Okay, and then we have the metal connecting here. And I'm going to omit that extra line and just draw this to simulate the diamond in there. I think I can do a little bit of an edge here on the triangle one. And then we will do a little bit of this. And again, I'll fill that in with the gel pen to give the sparkle. Okay, now to render the metal, I'm going to just do some vertical shading. On the left side, I'm keeping it very light, and on the right side, I will do darker, since that would be in shadow. And then I just lighten as I go across. Make that edge a little harder. All right, and then this part here, again, we'll keep the dark a little bit at the top here where it would overlap, and then just down the right-hand side. Very lightly over the left-hand side. And I'll just bump that out around this round one here. Okay, now for the triangle one, again very lightly and darker on the right hand side. Okay, and now I'm going to do the outside shadow, really just kind of lightly doing little swirls just to give a different texture with the ballpoint pen. So you can see the difference between the two. Since we're working with just one item here, I found that if you do different motions, it gives a different effect, and you can see that they're not a part of the same thing. And a little bit on the right hand side here. Okay, and now for the stones, I will do just a little bit in the bottom right hand corner. I'll keep those all very light. And now for this big stone, I'm thinking of just doing like this swirly motion, since it kind of looks like clouds. And then I'll just do a white highlight on the left side there. And like here where it's the darker blue, I will do a little bit more swirls. To create some darkness. Oh, I'm gonna have to glue that back down. And again, on the left-hand side, you keep it the lightest because that's where the light is hitting. On the right-hand side here, I'm doing light too because that's more of a pinky color. While in the center here, it's more of a dark blue. Okay, and then I'm going to darken the edge here, where that it's sitting in a box of metal. It would be casting a slight shadow onto the stone. I'll do thinner on the right-hand side. And do a little bit more. Again, just doing little swirls. All right. Okay, we're making good progress. Got 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes to go, and we're doing the white highlights already. So put some white highlights on the diamonds. And we got to do a bit of a highlight here. Again, I'm going to do like a scribbly motion because it's not a sharp, bright highlight. It's kind of a matted highlight. So we'll tap it a little just to blend it out. Just so there's not a sharp highlight there. And then on the metal here, I will do a sharp highlight. Add some brightness on the left-hand side. And I will go down the full length here. Okay. And then we'll put some highlights down here as well. And on this bottom one, we will do just a real light highlight. And we will bring that up a little more. Okay. Well, and we're done ahead of schedule. We have 1 minute to go. That one went really well. As you see, once you're warmed up, and it's also a little smaller, but that is really good. You know, just for a quick little sketch. I think that turned out really awesome. And now for the last one. Okay, for the last one, what should we do? Let's see if we can't find something that's not too overly complicated since we're on a good roll here. Oh, I would like to do those, but I already did something similar to that there. Let's see if we can't find... No, it's a little basic. I don't want to do that. What else is there? Oh, I kind of like that. How about that one? That is really cool. It kind of looks like a bat wing. So for the last one, we're going to be doing this bat-looking earring. I think that will be really fun to finish off this page. Oh, let's get the timer restarted. And 10 minutes and go. I'm just going to kind of draw out the outline of it. And we have a part that goes up and down. Oh, not going to exactly fit, but we'll get the gist of it. A little bit further in, and then we'll just do this. All right, so now we have the outline, and then this little bit comes up, and we have the connecting part for the earring. Okay. So we have this like bat wing shape. Let's curve this piece a little bit more. Okay, then we have like a line coming out, goes up, another one, one more, and this one connects through. Line, line. Something roughly like this. Again, it's not an exact recreation. It's just to get the gist of it. And then we have another one kind of like this, and one more like this. Okay. Now I can just fill in the lines fairly darkly. Just bolden them up, make them nice and thick. Oops. This one as well. Okay, that's pretty much the outline of the whole earring. All the wires here have been thickened and darkened. Just gonna make sure they're all nice and thick and dark before I start coloring in this like resin or something. What is it? Yes, epoxy resin with glitter. So we got to keep it very translucent. So I really want to make sure these are all well darkened. Just going over them a couple more times. All right, now I'm going to do that like scumbly motion again, since it has the glitter in it. And we'll be adding the glitter effect later with the white gel pen. Again, just slightly brushing over the paper in a circular motion. And speaking of the glitter, I've recently seen some YouTube videos where people, I guess on TikTok, are doing very unique and creative coloring book pages. One is recreating glitter, and I think I'm going to give that a try. And they have some other ones that look really fun. So I've ordered a couple of the coloring books that they've been doing this in. So I'm going to give that a try. I hope you guys will join me in on that and try that as well. That looks really fun, and it has really dramatic finishes, and it's not just coloring a coloring book like you would as a kid. But yeah, I don't know if you've seen that or not. Comment down below. I've seen a couple of them by a couple of YouTubers where they recreated it. One was glitter, one was like a jelly type theme, or just two colors, and you get this really dramatic lighting. And I'm wondering if I can't do something similar if I do that on a piece of jewelry that I draw. I think that would be really funny to see. So, but first I'm going to try it out on a coloring book page, learn the technique, and then expand and try to use it in a other unique, fun way. I know this doesn't look like much, but I have good faith that it will all come together and it will be all sparkly and glittery and unique. And again, just doing these little light scumble motions across it. And we have just over 2 minutes left again already. Wow. Can you believe it? Each one of these took 10 minutes to do, or are you saying, wow, those only took 10 minutes to do? Which are you? The glass half full, glass half empty, amazed, shocked, or you're like, oh, I could do that much faster? I suggest you give it a try. And if you want to post your results, I have a Discord. I will have that linked down below as well, so you can post your results of trying this out. Maybe you don't do it on Post-it notes, maybe you do it on something else, maybe you draw something else altogether. I'd like to see what you can draw and come up with just a ballpoint pen and a white gel pen in 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece. Again, it's just a little sketch just to get our hand warmed up, moving and going. Whether you're going to do more drawing or not, I think it's just a great way to start the day or end the day in a very peaceful manner. Okay, now I'm going to do my shadows real quick. A little bit here. And of course here. And for this one, I'm doing the shadows just in a straight line because the object already has the scumbles. Again, creating that contrast between the two items. All right, and now for the fun part. In the last 30 seconds, creating the glitter effect. We're just gonna do a whole bunch of dots. Oh, and that was time, but we're really close, so I'm going to break the rules again and finish it off. Okay. It's the last one for the page, so I think we can. All right, and then I'm gonna go back over some of these lines that got a little lost. Because as you see in their design, it's very, I don't know, what is it? Copper and sterling silver, but it's probably like, looks like it might have not corroded, but you know copper turns like green and silver turns brown, it tarnishes. And that's what it looks like here. Although I do see some light reflecting here off where the epoxy is catching the light, so I will add a little bit of that in as well. Let's do that here, across the top. And down here, where it would catch a little, just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to add a couple more dots in. And I think I'm going to do like some little stars just to give it a little extra shine. You know how glitter is. Especially in this top left where the light would really be hitting it. And just randomly going over the page. Don't think about it. So if you think about it, you're going to do too much or too little, or you're going to be too perfect and squared up. Okay, and let's create that highlight on this side again. And on the ring too of the earring part. A little bit here, just to show that the light is catching there. Make some of these a little bigger. Because as you see them when the gel pen dries, it really fades away, so you kind of need to sometimes add a second layer. Add a couple more dots in where I think it's faded a little too much. And there we go. Oh, this turned out better than I expected. What do you think? What do you think? Does that look like glitter? Does that look like a bat wing with glitter for an earring? Which one is your favorite? This one probably took like 12 to 13 minutes. This one was done on time in the 10 minutes. And this one we went just a little bit over as well, 11 minutes. which one is your favorite. I hope you had fun. I hope you drew along. I hope you try something like this. Pick whatever subject matter, simplify it down, and just do a quick 10-minute sketch on. I do posters because then that limits my size, and I gotta, you know, not do too much detail and keep it simple. And I really love how this page turned out. Okay, this one is probably the weakest one on the page. Wasn't really feeling it that day, but I think the rest is fairly strong. Oh, I love this page. I got a little stamp. I'm gonna stamp these with today's date on them. What fun. I hope you guys try this out as well. And I will see you in the next video, and bye for now.